Sakit na walking pneumonia. Alamin natin kasama si Dr. Rontjean Solante, infectious disease expert at Pangulo ng Philippine College of Physicians. Dr. Rontjean, magandang tanghali po.
Hi, Nina. Good noon.
Sir, Doc, para po sa mas maliwanagan ng ating mga kababayan, bakit po ba tinawag na walking pneumonia itong kumakalat na sakit?
Well, the nature and the course of the infection, yung Mycoplasma pneumoniae, is so mild to the point that a lot of those patients na merong ganitong klaseng pneumonia are not in the hospital, not so severe to the point na talagang naglalakad lang. And it's a self-limited type of a bacterial infection, except in rare cases na talagang minsan, especially the vulnerable population, magiging severe. But in general, this is a very mild type of a bacterial pneumonia.
So it's milder than your usual pneumonia?
Yes, if we're going to rank this in terms of severity, number one there is in terms of community-acquired pneumonia, you have your Streptococcus pneumoniae, yun yung bakuna talaga na nilalaan natin para hindi maging severe, and then you have your Haemophilus influenza, and this is the one of the mildest form of atypical pneumonia. Kaya tinatawag siya, Nina, na atypical because it's so mild, and at the same time, ang mga sintomas nito mostly not only respiratory, but there are also symptoms na hindi related sa respiratory. But in general, it's a mild type of pneumonia.
So, wala namang dapat ikabahala ang ating mga kababayan dahil as you said, hindi siya kasing tindi nung strep nga pneumonia na kung saan kinakailangan po natin ng bakuna. So, ito ay mas mild. And did you say self-limiting bacteria, doctor? Which means gagaling siya ng pusa? No need for
yes,
antibiotics?
Correct. No, most of the time, the symptoms will only be longer, kagaya ng mga between 7 to 10 days, and in some patients it can really last up to 2 weeks. No, but most of the time we don't need an antibiotic for this. That's why we call it about walking pneumonia. It's so common during this time, no, and this infection has been with us for so many years now. Ngayon lang natin na bigyan ng pansin because of a very good surveillance by the Department of Health, no? Kasi yung mga tests na ginagamit dito are really so expensive also.
Okay, so no need to test.
Yes, correct. We don't test people or those who have mild symptoms, no? Because we know that being mild, they don't need to be treated. So most of the time, we don't do the test for a walking pneumonia.
So, Doctor, you said the underlying cause ng walking pneumonia ay ang tinatawag na Mycoplasma pneumoniae bacteria. Tama po ba? Paano po ang transmission nito at yung epekto po nito sa mga vulnerable sectors like mga bata at senior citizens, lalo na po yung mga may existing na mga sakit?
Yes, that's a good question, Nina, because in the realms of mild type of respiratory infections, kagaya nitong Mycoplasma pneumoniae, most of the time, since a lot of patients who will recover, but there are populations, kagaya ng mga bata na less than 5 years old, and those who are 65 years old, ito yung tinatawag natin ng mga vulnerable population that if they will get this type of pneumonia, there is a possibility that it can go to severe, no? Kagaya ng ibang bacteria. But again, in general, it's also really very low to proceed to severe. If you compare this with COVID, influenza, those are the more concerning type of infection because it's easily been transmitted through a respiratory droplet. Pag inuubo, harap mo within 3 feet, that's the risk of transmission of all of this respiratory bacterial and viral infection.
Okay, so that's good to know, Doctor, no? And also yung report na nakarecover na rin ang 4 na kaso ng walking pneumonia sa bansa. Meron pong nagtatanong kung ang ibig sabihin po ba nito ay posibleng seasonal lang ba ang respiratory pathogen na ito? Ano po ba ang dapat bantayan ng Health Department tungkol sa ganitong sakit? o yung mga iba pang sinabi nyo nga, mas malala pa, yung mga the usual trangkaso na nakukuha rin ngayon ng maraming sa mga kababayan natin?
Yes, Tina, no? These are seasonal type of infection and kadalasan talaga nito, nagsa-start yung mga ganitong klaseng influenza-like illness no, sa bansa natin between September, October, November, December, and then early part of January. Ang dami talagang nagkaka-influenza-like illness. No? And siguro, we need to monitor pa rin no, sa mga dami ng tamaan sa mga influenza-like illness kasi there will always be a really small percentage of the population sa kagaya ng binanggit mo, yung mga vulnerable population, that will go into severe and can be hospitalized. So, isa din yan, i-monitor natin yung mga hospitalization rate ng mga respiratory tract infections just to make sure that yung nangyari sa COVID before in 2021 when we have the Delta where a lot of patients are going to the hospital, sana hindi na mangyayari yan because of our preparedness. Kasama dyan yung surveillance and monitoring ng mga respiratory illnesses.
Right. So, ang gusto po natin sabihin sa ating mga kababayan ay hindi lang natin babantayan itong walking pneumonia, which is actually mas mild sa mga pneumonia na nakikita po natin ngayon. Yung iba na o-hospital pa. Maaari niyo po bang ilarawan sa atin dahil ang sakit na pneumonia ay yung mas totoong pneumonia, yung hindi walking pneumonia na atypical at walang sintomas. Yung pneumonia talaga na dapat bantayan lalo na ng mga magulang. Ano po ba yung mga red flags?
Yes, no. So sa mga halimbawa may lagnat, may ubo, no. Third to fifth day, okay lang yan. Most of the time, if it's a viral infection, talagang yung symptoms yan will remain very mild, no. But there are instances na halimbawa, nahirapan ka ng huminga, pag lumalakad, parang hingal ka na, and then you're still coughing and you have fever. Ito na yung mga red flags na ibig sabihin, mababa na yung oxygen sa katawan mo, and then they have to be in the hospital and should be closely monitored. At kailangan talagang magamot yan dahil itong mga bacterial pneumonia naman, pero namang mga kaukulang antibiotic. And Nina, we have to remind, walang self-medication of antibiotic. No? We discourage that. Napaka-importante na they have to consult first with their doctors sa mga health center, no? Kung dito sa mga community or sa mga private doctors nila, if they feel something na very unusual at nahirapan silang huminga.
That's right, no, Doctor? Kailangan, pag kayo ay niresetahan ng antibiotics, ay tapusin niyo po kung sinabing 7 days, di po ba? At kailangan na ito ay nireseta ng inyong doktor at hindi sinabi ng kapitbahay.
Yes, correct, Nina. No? Kasi isa din yan sa mga problema natin ngayon. We just celebrated the World Antibiotic Awareness Week, no? Kasi mataas din ang problema natin ngayon sa antibiotic microbial or antimicrobial resistance.
That's right. So kailangan po talaga no, sa ating mga kababayan, ito po kasing sakit na pneumonia na kailangan po nating bantayan. Alam ko po, nahihirapang huminga yung mga bata at bumibilis yung kanilang paghinga. Minsan yung mga magulang na talagang nagre-research, katulad ko po, binibilang ko pa yan eh. Yung bilang po lang breaths per minute. Kasi lalo na sa 5 years old and below, meron po kasi natutuluyan po eh. So minsan may mga magulang hindi agad nadadala sa ospital yung kanilang mga anak.
Well, correct, no? In fact, Nina, no, that's still one of the most common cause of morbidity and mortality sa Philippines, ang pneumonia, especially in this more vulnerable under 5 years old.
Okay, sa tingin niyo po ba dahil sa mga uso ngayong bare months, ang mga respiratory illnesses, dapat bang ibalik ang mandatory na pagsusuot ng face mask sa ngayon?
Well, dapat hindi muna natin, hindi tayo, unang-una, huwag tayong magpanic. No? That's good that the Department of Health is reporting this influenza-like illness. Hindi natin kailangan ang mandatory face mask because if you remember when we implemented the mandatory face mask, it's born out of that reason na ayaw nating tataas pa ang mga kaso na pupunta sa hospital. But for now, hospitalization rate is really low. But for us to give them additional layer of protection, we recommend, no? Parang optional wearing of face mask, educating, no? Educate natin ang publiko na pag mga ganitong klaseng panahon, mas maigi pa rin magsuot tayo ng face mask. And these are the learnings that we have with COVID, no? kailangan nating bigyan ng responsibilidad ang tao na kung may mga ganitong klaseng mga sakit and during this month, protektahan natin yung sarili natin.
Okay, Doc, para lang sa paglilinaw for our viewers, yung pong pneumonia or yung mga trangkaso at influenza viruses or bacteria na yan, ano po ang diferensya nito sa mga allergies? Kasi ganun din, ubo ng ubo, sinisipon. Ano po yung, kumbaga, ano yung factor that will say na, ito allergy lang at ito ay baka viral or bacterial?
Yes, the most important symptoms if you have this bacterial or viral infection, meron talagang kasamang lagnat yan na tuloy-tuloy, no? While if you have an allergic cough, usually ang mga manifestations lang yan is only a cough at saka yung sore throat, no? Pangangati sa lalamunan, no? And hindi ka nilalagnat, walang pananakit sa mga katawan, or we call this body malaise or myalgia. But if you have a bacterial infection or viral infection causing pneumonia, nandun talaga yung lagnat, humihina ang katawan mo, walang ganang kumain, and especially for the vulnerable population, mabilis ang progression.
Okay, so bantayan po natin kung nilagnat, matamlay, walang ganang kumain. Yan po ay maaaring hindi lang allergic reaction yan or allergies. So paalala nyo na lang po sa ating mga kababayan na nababahala sa mga iba't ibang klaseng usong sakit ngayon, Doctor.
Yes, so we remind the public to be alert in terms of protection sa sarili nila, no? Especially with the coming holidays, maraming gatherings, maraming pagtitipon-tipon. Kung meron kang respiratory symptoms, sana we discourage them from joining those mga gatherings. But in the event na kailangan, then you have to wear face mask. If you are in the vulnerable population, no? Kailangan talagang magmatyag at you have to protect yourself.
Maraming salamat po sa mga impormasyong ibinahagi niyo sa amin, Dr. Ronjin Solante, infectious disease expert at Pangulo ng Philippine College of Physicians.